Welcome back, everybody. It's Timberborn time. So I'm going to play a new, instead of playing like the, I would say, obviously I played it on a channel before, to like a first player. And I've actually been practicing with it. So I've got about nearly 13 hours of gameplay just to get used to it. So this is why while I'm talking, I'm going through and setting things up. So yeah, so let's see how. So this is like a new series play, like some of the other ones. But obviously, like I said, I wanted to get used to it more because it was quite quite obviously there was quite a lot of different things I needed to learn and understand, and I couldn't do that if I was messing about. So my plan, like I said, I played this map a little bit to get used to it. So I want to take these trees. Possibly eventually get over there. Obviously we're going to take these. We're going to take this. But obviously, if you've never played it before, obviously you can watch my bumbling on the first play videos that I do. This obviously here, this around this darker colour, obviously you can't have any food on or anything like that because obviously it's not grass, it's not day. So what the main aim of this is to start with, because we have a little time, is what the water itself will go, and then we're basically on a drought for a certain amount of time. If we do not get enough food by that happens, that'll be the end, basically the end of the game. Which you probably wouldn't know because you wouldn't see it. But anyway, I know that sounds bad, but anyway, yeah. So that's why I paused it. So I'm going to set it up. Fortunately, with this, you can actually set things up before you have to, start playing it. If you get what I mean. So let's set some of my stuff up that I've done in the past. I'm not going to lock that out because I'm going to use that for houses. I could send it here, but I don't really want to go too far over there because this is where all my farming's going to be, and compared to and what eventually once that farming, this will be got rid of for like potatoes or vegetables or things like that. So that's the plan for that sort of thing. That's it. No, that's not what it. I can't believe I did that. The joys of playing something else before you start playing something like this, and different keys do different things. It's like, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So we want a gathering for that. The only thing that slightly miffs me with this game is I can't. I suppose I can. I've done it again, haven't I? I suppose I can, but what I would have liked to do, and you can set it to build the loss of the last thing, or if you haven't got anything else about build this. But I wish you had something on here saying it's a bit like a blueprint. I want to put a blueprint down because that's where I want it, but I don't want it built until I want it built, and I don't think you can do that in this. If you can, please let me know in the comments because it would make certain things so much easier to do. But anyway, I digress there. So I'm just going to put it's a path that I'm going to use to and I want to berries. It'll be already berries anyway. So that's going to get built. Then what I want to do is I want to get all this. This won't take too long to get, I must admit. So we'll rotate. Finally use the right key to rotate something instead of using the wrong key. Oh, done it again. There we go. We want possibly something like that. It doesn't have to be massively accurate yet. Demolish. Where's it demolish? There we go. No, that'll be. I don't think it comes under building. Yeah. Always weird is that why the path comes under building when it's a path. But let's not worry about that. I think I'm going to do it here because it comes out and goes down there, right? It's all about setting this up, right? So I've set that up. We want these to be constructed because these are really important. But also, what we need to do is, which is something I'm notoriously bad at. The amount of times I played it and wondered why I wasn't actually getting the stuff. So that there, and then we'll mark. We have to obviously mark it as we want that to be cut. So that's fine. Problem solved. And now we'll press play. We'll go a bit faster, because I'm sure you don't want to be watching my bumblings going on. Right. So when we built that, we need to get, what we need to do is we want to get research, science done as fast as we can. Now we still want water and things, but we, they'll tolerate a bit. Let's put it that way. They're nice animals, as beavers. They tolerate things. So yeah, so we need to get search points, and what search points will allow us to do is it will allow us to get the forester. Now the forester is obvious. It allows you to build a forest again, so you've got more wood. And that's what we need to do as early as we can, but in the context of the food problem. But we need the water problem. It's like the chicken and the egg thing. I used to early on when I've played it a few times, and I used to build houses, and really, beavers don't really care. They won't reproduce without it. So we do need to get there, but we need to get other things going first. And then we need the power to be able to generate some, to cut the wood, to do planks and do everything else. So we've got to get that going. How are we doing? We want to fill that. That must be filled. We have an option now to, let's say, do storage here. That's a small tank. Do small storage here. Rotate. And what that'll do is that'll get built. It only takes, I think it's 3. No, 2 logs. Yeah, and it allows you to, I'll put logs in there, to store stuff up here. So he'll come down, he'll put it in here if he needs to, if it's too full. But he won't keep going back here. I know there's not that much far, but it makes a difference, and that's what we need to do. We could We could put a small one on there if we really wanted to, but it's not that far. It's not that far from where we need to build. So the next port of call is to do, like I said, is get the science going. And we want 2 sciences. And that's it. I mean, that takes quite a lot of wood. That's why we wanted the wood. We've got to be careful. We don't want to... I mean, we could actually... What we could do is actually extend a day. They don't complain. Because, again, nice beavers. And then we need to store the berries and store the food. So... Water is the aim of the gate here, to get the water in. We can't, because it'll suck up from this here. Now eventually we can help ourselves if we want to come over here by having like a dam, and it will help that, and it will last a lot longer, because when the water runs out there it stays in the channel that we want, so we've got it a bit longer. I'm also going to set the depth limit to 2. In other words, it will go right down to the bottom. Just do this mediocre. I want these to be done first. I don't want that to be done. Yeah, so it would have been nice to have like a blueprint, but say don't build, don't, you know, and then you know it, and then you can enable things as and when you need to. Which would be a hellish lot better than doing it. So I'm going to need another one there, so I want to get the path going as well. I also want to get a little storage. It's quite a high thing, is that, for a storage, but it is what it is. I'm only going to do one so far, and I'm going to tell it I want to store water. Because I don't think it'll store it without it. I mean, there is sleeping, so that's fine. See, now we got 1. We haven't got any signs yet, because obviously they're all sleeping. Speedy. We don't want to go too fast until I'm ready to... Because obviously you speed things up until that, then you'll start to get the drought, and I haven't built everything yet. What have we got in... We've got 8 in there. We've got 2 in there. Like I said, he's going to build this first. That's most important. Then we can get these in. So now, at this top, we've got a science point. Like I said, so we need to unlock this. We need 60, which is quite a lot. It's like, I know other people have said, well, why do you... And it sort of makes sense, what they're saying, is why do you have to... For the first thing that you're playing, why do you have to have some science to do that forester when you would assume that it would be just there? What they're saying, it makes sense, but... Again, here's what it is. But I want to get this forester going. But the trouble is I can't get it built without the planks. And the planks, I'm going to have to build one of these lumber, which is, and then to get power, I don't really want to destroy all this. I'll do a wheel. Because a water wheel and a wheel, the water wheel obviously needs water, which means it doesn't cost you any power. But if you're in a drought, how do you do it? So, at least that way, in this, you can turn it on and off. And, like me, you have to make sure you get it right way around. So, this is the way around it has to be for the building. I know I'm explaining things. My apologies if everybody already knows this or certain people know. But obviously, if you've never watched or you've never watched any of my bumblings with the the first players of it. There's quite a few first players on the website, and yeah, and then my idea is to hopefully go off and get used to the game, and then bring it, for a better word, real, if you understand my idea. Then I'm not like, ooh, what does this do or what does that do? I mean, obviously, like, I've not gone hours and hours, so I've still got a lot to learn with it. I really enjoy it, I must admit. I mean, it's not like it, but it feels like does it on the channels of the Settlers, which is a really old game, and I don't know why it feels like that to me, but it feels like that. The old 2D, even though it's not 2D, the two, well, it is, yeah, well, they are 3D models, but it just feels like that 2D thing that I absolutely love. And anyway, then we'll need. So we're getting this going. How we got? We've got 13. Not doing too bad. I've got 23 wood, which isn't really a lot. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And then I'm going to make sure that that's always on. And then we're going to build this. It just allows them to get water, so they're not going to become, well, a bit like, they want shelter, but the hunger's okay, the thirst's okay, and sleep's okay. So we don't need to solve that for a little while. So we are getting through our trees. That'll go away before anything else. When I've built that, we now need to concentrate on. In fact, actually, we need to concentrate on the food. That's most important. Which will need one of these. So we rotate that. I'll put it there. And the reason why is we're gonna do some carrots. So we get. I think this might be enough carrots for now. We don't want to go two because they'll. And then what we need to also do is get a warehouse. So I want that to be built, and then I want that to be built. I've got a few trees left. You got not that many in that one. Ah, they're a sleepy. Sleepy. Oh. Isn't it nice? Hope it's not cold for your beeves. So we need 4 of there. We'll be up again in a minute. And then we'll get them to. In fact, I could push this forward because they're not doing nothing. My apologies for that. Right, now they are. Let's push this a bit forward. So you're not like, ooh, this is going to take ages. Come on, Pigz, put it forward. That's a good lad. I will be getting, that's why I've made that, so I will be getting another one of these. But I want to get this going first. I think we have 8, is it 8 days? I'm not too sure. Right, so now that's going to get going. Once I've got that started, I've got 27 logs in there, so I'm not doing too bad. Keeping an eye, I don't want to be going too Larry on the old... these have got 12 days before, so that's going to be after the drought. So we've got, that's why you've got to be careful. So like doing the housing, you want the housing, you want the beavers, but the trouble is it's a catch-22. If you go too far, then it's going to take all the food. But unless you've got things like this going, you can't actually do it anyway. The main is to get the forest back up and running. Once the forest is back and running and you've got enough food, you're really set. It's not too bad. And if you disagree with anything, just, put some in the comments. Or now you can actually email me, pigz@pigztv.com, and say hello. And do any advice that you want to. I'm happy to have a look at it. Small warehouse. Oh, it's too small. No, I want a large warehouse as well. Well, not large because I can't get large. But how are we doing? You see, we're nearly on the. We're nearly enough search points to unlock the forester. But unlocking it doesn't technically make any difference at the moment because we can't do planks, so we can't actually. We can build it, but we can't do nothing with it. Or can't we build it? I can't actually remember. I think it needs planks, if I remember. I think this needs planks to do to build it, hence the reason why we have to do the planks. Right, so now they're let's fast forward again. Just go a bit faster. Come on. Right. Right, so we got this going. Fill that in. I need to make sure that you are planting carrots. It is carrots they're doing anyway. So, right, that's, don't need to worry about that. It's going to be a warehouse. Rotate that. I mean, I could put the warehouse there, but I think I'll have the warehouse on this side. That takes up 15. Let's concentrate now on... we haven't got any water in there at all. So... he's not going to do much. So we're doing the carrots now because we should theoretically get, at least one bay of carrots back before we basically run out of everything. I could do some little... I could do another one with the berries, but the berries won't actually fill up. So the next plan of action is the lumber and the... because that's already there, that's fine. Power. Always after the amount of times I've got this the wrong way around. So why is it not? And I built it. That's the water wheel, wrong one. Stupid boy. So we want that one. And we'll get a beaver in there, and he'll do his magic. That's what I did when I originally built it. I did the water, but again, if you don't have, I suppose you could do a double link it. You could have the water wheel and that, and then if one runs out, you can have the other. But then that's a lot of wood. What we're trying to do to start with is not worry about that, because if you've got 15 there and you got 40 in there, that's a lot of wood. You know, and then we can actually build. We could do this, but you'll see in there it needs 7 planks. So it needs 10. It's 10 logs, but it needs planks. And this is what we'll do to planks. They are not doing anything. Why are you not doing anything? Come on, guys. Do your beavery things. We've got more water in there. That's good. I still need to cook. I need more water, but I want to concentrate on this thing first. I've got a lot of logs there. Let's speed this up. I don't think he's doing anything though. I don't think, because these are going to take 9 days. That's after the drought anyway, so there's no point there. I'll stop these when we get this built. But that needs to get going first. Right, so that's done. We need to say... Where's the carrots going? Carrots. So when they're ready, they're going to put them in there. They'll do a bit, I think, in here as well, but... I don't know how much stock. There's no goods in stock. I don't know how much they hold. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Right then. So let's say this is the number 1 play. So what have I done? I've got the inventors going, which are important so we can get the forester. I've got a warehouse, so when the carrots are due, they'll go into there. I think it clicks over to drought at 10 days. I might be wrong. Or is it 15? It's close to that anyway. And we've also got a farmhouse that will obviously allow us to do what we need to do with us. We've got a water pump. Eventually I want another water pump, and I want another... So that's now built. Anyway, that's not the point here. And then we've stored 30 water, which we've got 40. I think about 100, to start with. I got a bit excessive first, and I had about 300. So it was a bit too much. But then we can get that, and then we can build the thing of next time. So hope you enjoyed that. The first play. See you in the next one on the lakes. Bye for now.